saves. And when you give up almost 20 shots in a period, you're not on your game. But we found a way to come out up one and never look back.
Is there a way for you to put into perspective the value of Ryan Nugent-Hopkins' overall game and what he's giving you here, big picture? Yeah, I mean, he's done everything that you can ask. He's put in the work, and he's getting rewarded, and everything he's touching is making good plays, and he plays on both sides of the puck. He works as hard as anybody on the ice, and I mean, what he's doing out there, it just helps us out a lot.
Corey, how would you kind of sum up how you guys as a forward group were able to carry on the 50 minutes without Zach Hyman playing with 11?
Yeah, you got to be aware who's on the bench or who's up on the bench, and you kind of get into the game, and you're focused on your next shift, and you never know if you're going to be up with somebody else. But I thought we did a good job. Obviously he's a big hole to fill, but nobody's going to do that overnight. It takes a team effort, and I mean, I thought we did a good job of that.
What does he mean to this group, Zach?
Well, I mean, he means everything. I mean, he's a workhorse. He's a dog in the bone on the puck, and he's when he's forechecking and hitting and finishing like he did last game. I mean, that's Zach Hyman.
You were sitting on the penalty box when Jason Robertson got the goal. How big of a relief it was for you to get one a few minutes later?
Yeah. That's if it's interference, whatever. I was trying to get to the bench, and it probably looked like a pick, but it's not. I was just trying to get to the bench, and he cut into me. I mean, it happens a lot, but we found a way after to put one over the line, and the power play came through tonight.
Back to Nugent-Hopkins, your goal. You knew he was going to get you the puck somehow when you got that position.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot. And moving the puck crisp and making good plays, and the power play will open up. And he made a good play. It's a 2-on-1 low, and he just put it on my stick at the net to shoot at.
We knew, they don't want to go down 3-1, and we knew that they were going to come and give everything they had, and I thought we answered that well, and we got the job done.
Another really strong start by Stuart in the first period. When they were coming, he made some huge saves.
Yeah, I mean, your goalie's, usually got to be your best player at this time of year, I think, to win games and win series and move on, and he's definitely been that guy for us.
Your pairing saw a fair amount of Mikko Rantanen tonight. You guys seem to have done a pretty good job on him. What's the key been? What are you doing well against him?
Yeah, I think we're all kind of seeing time against him. I don't think we run any matchups really on our back end, but I think we've just done a good job using our legs. He's a big guy, and he's good with the puck, and he can create a lot of offense. So I think we're using our legs. We're positionally doing a good job on him, and just taking away time and space and trying to make it hard on him.
We all know how tough Zach is. What do you think of when he goes off in the first period like that, straight to the room?
Yeah, it's he's a top player for us too. So tough to lose anybody, but especially he brings an element to the game and to our team that not many guys around the league can bring to their teams. So it was tough to see him leave, and hopefully he's all right.
Nice alley-oop pass on the empty netter.
Yeah, thanks. We were talking it's a pretty boring play, but it's a pretty effective play too. So.
What do you think's working well with you and him together?
I don't know. I think it's just trying to get open for each other and doing a good job supporting each other. And then, for me, he's so good with the puck and has such good vision on the breakout passes and everything. So I try to give him a good first pass and put it on the tape so he has a little bit of time to find the next guy. And he's a world-class player, so it's nice to play with him.
Thought on Ryan Nugent-Hopkins here in this series?
Yeah, this is just through the whole playoffs probably the best I've seen him play, I think. And he always brings a consistent effort, but he's consistently at another level, I think, lately.
Didn't give up much.
Yeah, again, it shows a lot the way that we came out. Going into the third period, 2-1 lead. It's easy to back off and try to play it safe, and I thought we just played the exact same way. It wasn't safe or out of the ordinary. It was just a really good level, and the way that we competed, we got pucks in deep. We just got to work.
Another strong start for you, especially in the first period. It just seems like you're seeing the puck, even that deflection at the last second, you got a reaction. Kind of take us through the first and how you were feeling.
Yeah, I was feeling good. they definitely brought it on. I mean, they were bringing it the whole game. Again, how we all played as a team was fantastic. Shows a lot of courage, the way that our guys were blocking shots. And for myself, I definitely felt good out there. Just trying to give my team, the best chance that I possibly can every night. And yeah, they're going to get their chances. They're a fantastic team, and how we responded to that has been really, really excellent.
This looked like the fastest, sort of hardest played game of the four. Like, they were desperate. You guys weathered a lot and played very well. Did it look like that from your crease? Was it up again?
Yeah, I mean, I think as the game went on, we started playing better. Again, like playoffs, it's such a momentum game. They had a ton of momentum in that whole first period, a little bit of the second, obviously starting on the power play, and then we catch a goal, we get a little bit of momentum, and we try to keep it the rest of the way. You know that they're going to be pushing. They're a fantastic team. They got guys who can really skate. They're dangerous off the rush. I mean, you can keep on talking about how amazing that their team is. So even though that it's 3-1, I mean, we got a lot more work to do here. And for a fact that when they're at home, they're going to be given a really big push. So we're going to be ready.
How much more fun is it now that a win like this, where it's kind of a goalie battle, not a blowout, is like between you and Jake out there?
I mean, to be honest, I know you guys love the goalie battle, but if you asked him the same question, he would say he doesn't really care. I would say the same thing. I'm just trying to outplay him. He's trying to outplay me. But that's not going like head to head. It's a little bit different when you're a goalie. I can't body check him. He can't cross check me. So it's a little different. But as a goalie, again, he gave his team a chance to win tonight, and so did I.
You've got this blue line in front of you. That's, I mean, guys that just know how to move the puck. What does it sort of look like to you, the smoothness and the way this goal is moving it?
Yeah, I think the best way to describe it is just fast. It's fast-paced hockey. Guys are moving the puck quickly, right on the tape, giving us a chance to get in the O zone and do our thing. So yeah, I mean, the way that they've been playing shows a lot of composure.
You're missing Zach Hyman. I'll try now. You're missing Zach Hyman for 50 minutes of this game. What do you think of the way your team was able to carry on without him? And obviously, you're missing a pretty key player.
Yeah, it's massive. You're missing a key player, and also you go down a guy in for lines too, right? So extra ice time for other guys, and just put some miles on guys. So the way that we responded was fantastic. You saw a lot of guys step up, skate hard, hitting guys the way that Hines has been hitting. So no, it's really important to respond like that when something like that happens.
What does Zach mean to this group?
What is Zach?
What does he mean to this group?
Oh, I mean, he's a huge piece. He's a key piece. He's a leader in the room. The way that he is after every single period, he's never too high, never too low. He is a cliche. Like, he is a hard worker. He grinds. He does all the little things right, and on top of that, he's an amazing human being. Yeah, I mean, you could ask anybody. Everyone loves that guy.
Stuart, when most people talk about game breakers in Edmonton, they talk about Draisaitl and Connor McDavid, rightfully so. But how about Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and his ability to take over this series?
Yeah, Nuggy's been absolutely outstanding for us this whole series. The way that he's been working for us, how he has been on the power play. Obviously, for their PK, you're looking at Leo and Davo and Bushi, and obviously low plays, and the way that Nuggy is still able to find guys is very impressive. And again, just another huge leader and big part of our team.
That they felt they were the better team in the first period and the second period of last game, and you guys keep coming out of those periods on top. How are you guys doing it in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be some swings in a series. They're a good team. They're one of the last four teams standing, so they're going to have their push, and there's going to be periods where they control the play. That's just the way it is, but I think we've managed it really well. Stewie has been incredible when we needed him to be, and obviously, towards the end, I thought our third period was really well played. Not much against there, so just got to keep chugging away, I thought.
Left side, fourth row, Derek.
Hey, Ryan. Just want to ask you about, you look really locked in right now, really dialed in. Just how are you feeling out there, and how are things going for you offensively? It's just unbelievable.
I think everybody's pretty locked in. I mean, we're all trying to do our part and chip in, and obviously tonight, I think we needed the power play to kind of step up, and we were ready to, and we wanted to, and we've talked about it a lot of kind of scoring in the big moments when the team needs us to, and I thought we did a great job tonight. But I think everybody's locked in, ready to chip in and kind of do your part.
Left side, front row, Ryan.
Leon, he's right next to you, so sorry if it's awkward, but can you just maybe discuss all the different parts of Ryan's game? He's getting the offense going right now, but there's lots of other things as well. Can you just take us through the most of it?
Well, he touches every part of the game you can think of. And, obviously Nuggy in a way sacrifices a lot of offense throughout the year for, doing everything the right way and being in the right position and doing all the little things that a lot of guys don't want to do. And he prioritizes that. And obviously we all know that he's capable of putting up numbers and scoring and making great plays. So obviously right now it's everything at once. It's clicking, and he's been the best player in the series.
Right side, third row, Slav.
Leon, can you, over here, can you kind of just talk about the challenge of not only losing Zach Hyman, but then you guys are also going with the 11 forwards for, the majority of the game, and kind of how you guys dealt with that?
Yeah, I thought we dealt with it good. The guys that were maybe a little further down the lineup, obviously got their minutes elevated a little bit, and they were great. RV, Cappy, stick out there. Obviously, I thought they were really good. That's a big loss. That's you're not just gonna make that up, but collectively, I think we have what it takes to make up for it.
Left side, third row, Dan.
Ryan, just to follow that up, can you kind of describe what Zach Hyman means to this team and just having to play without him?
Yeah, Leon said it. It's a big loss. He's a big part of our team on and off the ice. The way he does things. Obviously you've seen his physicality. It's important to our game. But other guys have already. Tonight stepped up and tried to fill that gap, and we're going to need it obviously. Coming however many games we have left, and obviously we'll wait to see on Zach, but I think guys are ready to step up. This is the time of year when everybody wants to do the right things, and everybody's just chomping at the bit to get out there, and obviously tonight it was a big one, and part of it felt like we were doing it for Zach to get the job done tonight.
Left side, fourth row, Josh.
Leon, you guys are going to get on a plane tomorrow up 3-1 in the series, heading to Dallas. I'm just wondering what the feeling in the group is.
Yeah, feeling's good, of course. We just won a big game at home, and we're going to Dallas to have the chance to move on to the Stanley Cup Finals. If that doesn't get you excited, I'm not sure what will, but that's going to be the toughest game of the series. We know that. We've been in that situation. So, yeah, get ready for it. We know that, there's certain areas we can clean up and be better at, but overall, I think we're playing a pretty good game right now and just looking to obviously move along with that and improve certain areas.
We'll take a couple more. Left side standing, Jason.
Leon, you've talked lots about how the small details make a big difference. Dallas had a lot of success in the face-off dot until you won that draw late that led to Kapanen's empty net goal. Can you kind of take us through the whole battle in the face-offs throughout the game, and then what led you to get that win on that key moment?
Yeah, I certainly felt like I was struggling a little bit in the dot. They're a good face-off team. They got righty, lefty everywhere. Obviously that helps a lot. But I think there's just numerous little plays that is like a domino effect on that play. Nursey with a really good pick, Cooley with good patience, great high flick, great read by Cappy. It's a domino effect of great hockey plays, really smart, detailed hockey plays, and obviously a big goal for us.
Last one, front row, left side, Mark.
Ryan, this is you're the longest serving guy here, right? You're one of the many first overalls. You live here. You had a child here. This whole thing out here, you're playing great. What's it like for you? What's this? You're one win away from another Stanley Cup here.
Yeah.
Did you get old?
What's that?
Does it ever get old?
No. I mean, it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around sometimes how unbelievable this fan base is. It seems like every series, every game, they get louder in there. There's more people out on the streets before and after. It's just, you feel the support. I mean, when I first came in, we were obviously a struggling team, but you never really felt the negativity too much in the city. There was still a lot of positivity and a lot of hope. And now, like Leo said, we're one win away from going to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals. I mean, this is as exciting as it gets for us as a team and also for the fan base that's stuck around through a lot of years. But to answer your question, no, it never gets old. It just keeps getting better.
To get the final and after he sees the doctor and review, so I'll just wait till tomorrow and give you the update then.
Left side standing, Jason.
Chris, the first period maybe didn't go the way you wanted exactly. Stuart Skinner played well, but really in the second and third, you didn't give up a lot of danger. In the third period, protecting a one-goal lead, you attack. Sometimes teams will fall back even though the coach never tells them to. What'd you make of your team's approach in the third and how it was kind of the best defense is a good offense?
Yeah, in the first period, we were the second best team. In the first period, we were a little bit slow. They had their chances. They had many chances. We were just hanging on, and the chances we gave up, Stu made many saves, and we could have been down several goals after the first period. And then after that, I thought we played a really good game, and I don't know how many chances we gave up in the second and the third, but I didn't feel like it was very much besides the penalty kill. They had a lot on the power play in the second period, but 5-on-5 in the second and third, I thought we checked, and that mostly is just because we were skating much better. So, and we were playing shorthanded, so we were a lot of guys stepped up and elevated their game.
Right side, third row, Slav.
Chris, sorry, over here. You guys went 2 for 2 to start the game on the power play. Anything that you saw from your power play that maybe you like more than some of the other games?
They're very prideful. They have been the best power play for the last 5 or 6 years. And when things haven't gone well, they take ownership and they step up and want it to make a difference. And so far, early in this this series, the power play hasn't been much of a factor, which is uncommon. I think they were all 5 of those guys were dialed in and wanting to make a difference. And some of the plays they made, obviously, I thought Ryan made 2 nice passes, but I thought everyone was dialed in and they made a difference with 2 goals tonight.
Left side, fourth row, Josh.
Chris, you sort of touched on it, but just playing shorthand without Zach for 50 minutes, what'd you make of the forward group sort of together, and what does Zach mean to this group if he's out for a while?
I thought everyone stepped up. Going into the third period, I had the luxury of pretty much double shifting Leon. Leon had only played 11 and a half minutes after those 2 periods, and the conversation with him was get prepared to play a lot of minutes and getting double shifted here. And the Puck Colson, Janmark, Arvidsson line, they picked up where they left off earlier in the playoff run. Just everyone, Kapanen, Frederick, who's just joining our team and getting some games under his belt and starting to get some more ice time. He's starting to contribute. So, I go through the lineup, and I liked how everyone just played a little bit better. And also the defense did a pretty good job moving the pucks out, so we didn't have to be in the defensive zone as much. So, I liked our team's effort.
Stay in that same row, Derek.
Hey, Chris, is Ryan Nugent-Hopkins still your favorite player, and can you give us a thought on just the way he's playing right now in this series?
Some days he is. This series, maybe he is, the way he's playing. He's really elevated his game, and the plays that he made on the power play tonight, and, I think multiple point games throughout the series. Ryan's very valuable to our team, whether it's on the power play, the penalty kill, 5-on-5. And, I think through the regular season, not that he was ever bad, but, we didn't play up to his expectations. But when we needed him most through these playoffs, he's really played well, and we need him to continue that.
Back row on the left.
Yeah, this is from Cam. You guys were relentless on the puck in the Dallas Stars end all night long. Just a comment on your team's forecheck tonight.
Once we found our legs, I thought in the first period we were slow, and they were winning the puck battles, and they were winning the races, and it just seemed like we were always a step behind. And as we hit the second period, especially, I don't know, a big turning point for me, I thought we really elevated our game was after the second power play goal. That's when I really thought we felt comfortable with the lead. But we got to continue playing like that, and that's when we're playing our best, is when we've got all four lines skating like that, and not just relying on a couple guys to make some big plays.
Left side standing in the back, Corey.
Chris, Stu talked about the momentum being so key in the playoffs. How much does a big penalty kill in a big spot lead to that? Did you like what you've seen out of the penalty kill kind of since game one and kind of winning that special teams battle tonight?
Yeah, I think collectively the group has done a much better job, and we're not going to completely shut them down. We can't. They've got a really good power play. They've got good players on both their units, for that matter. And I think, part of it, I think everyone's done a pretty good job on it, but also Stu's made some really big saves. And if he doesn't make those saves, we're probably talking about something else. But, overall, we need to continue doing. Their power play is a big factor in them winning their first two rounds. Obviously, it was a big factor in them winning game one. We have to do a good job on limiting their opportunities, but also staying out of the box.
Left side front row, Bob.
Chris, in games 3 and games 4, you had the lead after 2. They were chasing. Usually we see score effects, lots of shots. They're a real good team. You limited them to 4 shots and 4 shots in back-to-back games. Is that part of just the maturation and the professionalism that your group has right now?
You guys ask us about our checking and our defensive play all the time, and these guys can defend. They are good at it, and good when it matters most in the third period, holding the lead. And a lot of guys. There are a lot of older guys who have experience, a lot of playoff games. They know what it takes to win hockey games, and you just see the little things like winning battles on the wall, getting the pucks over the blue line, and getting them deep, and just all those things. I don't know how many times we fronted pucks too. So, we need that commitment throughout.
2 more in that same row, Mark.
You just listed off a lot of the elements of defending. The bottom line here is you've won 3 games in a row. You've given up 2 goals. As a coach, I know that's how you guys draw it up. That must be satisfying to have a team that's playing the most important time of the year, giving up less than a goal a game here.
Well, it's good, but it's obviously a lot on Stu Skinner. He's really stepped up and played well. Tonight overall, the first period, I don't think we were sharp. Second and third, I thought we defended much better. But we're getting a lot of saves out of Stu, which eliminates a lot of, when goalie makes big saves, you often forget about what happened for that scoring chance. And there was some mistakes, and there always will be mistakes. But, when your goalie's playing on top of his game the way he's right now, it just alleviates your memory on any mistakes that had happened.
Last one, right side back row.
Kasperi Kapanen, what does he bring from your perspective to this team? What does he mean?
Caps is a really good all-around player. Been very happy with, since throughout the regular season, I've enjoyed having him, and think his speed is a big factor. But I think he's really taken off when he was inserted back in the lineup right before or right during the Vegas series. And at the time, we just come off a game that I think we're a little bit flat, and we had a guy that we have a lot of confidence in. We think he's a good hockey player. He can play a shutdown role. He can play more of an offensive role, but he can also play a physical role. And in that series, we wanted to have a little boost to our lineup, having a little more speed and physicality. And boy, when he came in that first period against Vegas, he was all over the place, just running guys, breaking up plays. His presence was certainly felt. But also throughout this playoffs, his defensive play has been spot on. Very few mistakes, getting in on the forward check, scoring a huge goal to finish in the Vegas series. And then tonight, obviously I have the confidence of putting him out there with the goalie pulled. And, you see his skating ability there, being able to separate himself and take off and win that race for that puck.